My name is Michael, and I was the director for the Toy Store. What originally drew me to the script and what still fascinates me about it is how rich and interesting the characters are. We were very fortunate to have an incredible writing team who created the Toy Store. So from the first draft that we read all the way through to the start of rehearsals, the way that these characters speak to each other and their relationships and how they grow from the start of the show to the end of the show, I think is just really fun and fascinating.
I played Jinx. They are this silly, goofy marionette puppet that is best friends with Roxy and Jack during the show.
My name is Renee Kaufman. I play Roxy in Toy Store with English Musicals Korea. I think for one word, Roxy is ambitious.
I'm Shania. I play Mia, the music box dancer. She is the newest toy in the store, and she's supposed to be perfect, but very quickly becomes not that.
I'm Maggie, and I play Shelly. She is a really sweet and fun robot toy that glitches.
Hi, my name is Anthony, and I played the main villain, Jack.
My name is Chris Rubing. I play Henry, and I'm happy to be here.
I think the main way that I approach Jinx is hypnosis is his physicality. Jinx is constantly moving during the show and is always jumping around. So what does it look like when a puppet's strings are suddenly snatched up? So the spine gets elongated, the arms are at its side, and so it's finding that sharp difference between the two of them.
I tried to focus on finding strength in those scenes, because even though she's very sad and scared and upset, she's also very strong in the face of this horrible, horrible thing happening to her, and I really wanted to lean into that and try to show that.
It was a little awkward at first, you know, because she's not used to dancing without her music. She's not used to dancing not on her platform. So I was like, well, what would she do in this scenario? But I think I used that kind of awkwardness, you know, because she doesn't even know what she's gonna do. She's like, well, how do I? And I think that kind of informs the moment. So it was a little awkward, but I think it helps.
So when showing that contrast, I found that it required just a bit of a deep dive. Everybody has an insecurity that they want to hide from the world. I'm no exception. But I found that when I was playing Jack, it wasn't really about showing the contrast between being perfect and being broken, but somebody who was flawed and not able to come to terms with it and was insecure and lashed out because of it, versus somebody who recognized that they're flawed but accepted it, like Henry. So really just playing the opposite of that.
I tried to portray Roxy as being perfect on the outside, but also jealous and proud by having her constantly fixing her appearance. So she's always checking her hair, she's always checking her outfit, she always wants to appear perfect.
The scene with Mia, it was a lot of pressure. It was. It's maybe a romantic scene, maybe not. Everyone was telling me coming in what a great song it was. It's beautifully written, composed, so beautiful dance by our wonderful choreographer, Anthony. So it's a lot of pressure on me, but it was fun. It was magical and it all put together. Super supportive cast, team. I had a blast doing it on stage. It's what I look forward most to every night.
Well, it's kind of twofold. Way back at the beginning of rehearsals, we focused a lot on physicality. The fact that every actor was going to be portraying a different kind of toy, whether it's like a toy soldier made of wood, or a robot toy, or a dancing music box toy that could be made of porcelain or something similar. All of them had to move differently in order to portray that they weren't in fact human. So we started there, which was really fun, and as the energy grew and the rest of the production came to life, I wanted to take advantage of the incredible set that we had built. It's one of the larger sets we've had for our productions in recently, and finding ways to create interesting stage pictures and have some people on the top shelf versus some on the bottom and just make that dynamic and interesting meant that people had to run around and bring as much of themselves to their characters to bring those pictures to life.
I think the main message I want people to take away is that friendship is a two-way street. The friendship that Jinx has with Jack and Roxy isn't a true friendship. It isn't very happy or healthy. And I think Mia says it the best in the show, that you should have friends that are kind to you.
She learns that she doesn't need to be perfect to be loved. They don't really care whether or not she has the music. I think she learns that it's about what's inside your heart and how kind you are and the way that you treat other people that defines you.
Personally, I think Shelley will be a great leader, and I think I wanted to show that the best leaders are sometimes people who come from unexpected places and might seem like different or like less than because they have their a unique point of view. Shelley knows what it's like to be mistreated, so she will never ever mistreat anyone else in the toy store.
When you analyze every character, no single toy in the toy store is actually perfect. You just have one toy who's afraid of his imperfections, and then throughout the course of the show, many more toys who learn to accept them and learn to use them to grow with each other and by themselves. So I hope that the message that is conveyed to the audience is that no matter what anyone tells you about yourself, your imperfections are yours to own, and it's your choice to wake up every day and do something about them.
Like I said, he starts off, he has a big annoyance for Jack, but I think once he gets to see what someone can do for someone else, we have a scene where an audience member helps out Shelley, recharges her, brings her back to life, and once he gets to see that hope, Mia shows him the bright side, I think he begins to be motivated by something else, which is wanting to help his friends out and get them to the other side.
Honestly, playing the villain is super fun. You get to mess around with your friends on stage and try your hardest to get the audience to root against you, which in its own way is just as rewarding as getting the audience to root for you. But really, playing the villain isn't all that different from playing a hero, because at the end of the day, every character has an objective. It's just that me, as the villain, goes about it in the wrong way.
I think my favorite scene was definitely the battle. It was really fun to create through the rehearsal process and get to teach all of my other castmates, and performing it every night, or not every performance that we have. It's just really fun seeing how everyone's picked it up so quickly, and it's really fun.
Funniest moment, oh goodness. There were so many. I think learning the fight in general, watching our fight choreographer, Renee, she did like all 6 tracks just by herself. I think that was kind of silly, but it all came together really, really beautifully.
Early on, we were rehearsing Dance With Me, and actually Daniel was in charge of the music. And I don't know how this happened. I think it was like a glitch, but instead of playing Dance With Me, he played Happy Birthday. And I was freaking out because they thought it was my birthday, but it wasn't. It was just a funny coincidence.
As far as having a favorite overall part of the show, I think my favorite journey of a character is Shelley's. We watch Shelley start the show as someone who is hyper-focused on her imperfections, someone who has let others for so long tell her what is true about herself. And then as she makes a new friend in Mia, as she learns to stand up for herself and learns to find power not by focusing on herself, but by focusing on her friends, she learns to accept that she's perfect just the way she is. Yeah, I truly believe Shelley is kind of the heart of the show. I hope that when they watch it, that they get to see a little bit of themselves in any of the characters, that they get to watch as these characters make their choices and choose to fight against the people that are telling them that they are wrong just for existing, that they see a good example of fighting back and learning to love themselves no matter if they think they're perfect or not.
I would like to say something. Kids, I'm hearing a rumor out there. The word on the street, the buzz in town is that Jack is gonna come to you and he's gonna hypnotize you. No, not on my watch. So I'll tell you what, Jack gets near you. You grab a sword. You look him right in the eyes and you say, Jack, you're not gonna do this to me. You're not gonna bully me like you bullied those other toys. No. Because I got this sword and I got my eye on you.
I hope you enjoy the toy store. It was incredibly fun to work on. I'm forever grateful we had an amazing team of many artists working so hard on it. And yeah, we're just so grateful that you get to watch it, and we hope that you get something good out of it.
If you don't like it, I'll hypnotize you.